Dahanjo, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in all the wrong gears today. I'm in the right gear. Well, the pants, I'm telling you. All right. No complaints, Nicky Boys Toys. They're skinny. They are skinny pants and they ride up. That's all I'm saying. I love the rest of them. So I'm in the right gear, but on the bike, yeah. This is a good, yeah, anyhow. Moving on. Leaf season, careful in the turns, all the turns. Oh, pebbles. It's like riding through your kid's room. Just socks everywhere, and stepping on Legos. Riding in New England. Hey, I wanted to let you guys know of an opportunity I had that I ended up saying yes to. So for the last almost 6 months, I've been I left the pie job, and you knew I was making pies, right? All those years for all through COVID. Anyhow, check out these leaves in the road. I'm not making pies anymore. I'm not going to try to become a pancake, but look at that, riding through from the other direction. That's a lot of fun to ride through that. You straighten up real quick and then get back into your lean. Anyhow, yeah, I got out of pies. I was an interim youth leader for about 6 months, almost 6 months. Really got to know a lot of amazing kids over that time, and amazing volunteers and staff people. It was a super, I'm still doing it, but yeah, super cool, unexpected gig, out of the blue, right? It's kind of like this gift that fell from the sky, and I'm awfully glad I said yes to it. So anyhow, here's what ended up happening is I guess I did a pretty good job, or it was a good fit. And so I was offered an opportunity for a residency at the local church. So it's a very vibrant church. Got a lot of different demographics, got good music, got a really good diverse age range as well. It's a really vibrant church. It's Bible based kind of stuff. So it's a Christian church. It's interdenominational, I guess is how we'll describe it. So some people might say non-denominational, but it's more of an interdenominational thing. The talks are Bible based, and the music has to have good theology. It can't just be a catchy tune. You know what I mean? And I think that really hugely benefits the overall experience, because you're gonna get the truth, or whatever you want to say. So it's been really enjoyable for me to see this whole thing working from the inside. I get to see, oh, my voice cracked. Finally my voice is changing. Oh, your little boy's growing up. Where were we? Quiet the voices in my head for a second here. Yeah, so it's been really cool to see this this specific church operating from the inside, and I've gotten to see a lot of people in the community. I've gotten to see, like I said, people of all ages and stages, as we like to say, and really have been able to vet this place from the inside. And man, it's a really I don't know how to describe it. It's a blessed place. It's full of people who have good intentions and great hearts for service and whatnot. And so the opportunity came about. They said, the pastor said, would you like to be a resident? Because here's what's happened. I don't know how long you've been following my channel or whatever, but those of you who've been around a while know that I was a feral dude for a long time. Like, I grew up, I got good parents, and God bless them, they're still on earth at the moment, and that's amazing. So it's no fault of theirs, but I kind of had a life that went way off the rails. I started off well, and you know, one thing led to another. You know, in college I got really sick. I had mono for 1.5 years. You know, I had a really solid relationship that fell through back then in a very traumatic way, and you know, at least traumatic to me. And you know, I spiraled into you know, a really dangerous lifestyle, you know, of alcohol and depression. And so my life, which had been on a trajectory, I was a religion major for 45 minutes in college, and I looked around the room and I was like, I don't think so. And so I switched over to English, and did a lot of creative writing, and I had a great time as an English major. But yeah, after college, all that stuff just fell apart. And I had, when I was a teenager, I felt a call to the ministry. I was like, not like a priest or something. I mean, we got a lot of Catholics around here, but not like that. But I mean, like, you know, just ministry, you know, and to minister to people, and you know, to spread the gospel, you know, the good news, like the actual Bible in its entirety, not just little like snippets taken out of context, but the whole overarching story, which is actually, you know, an incredible story of you know, of redemption, and even the crazy stories in the Old Testament, they link, you know, they carry through, they have a purpose, and you know, they add meaning to what comes later in the New Testament, and so on and so forth. So look at this guy on a, what's up? I'm not gonna, do I wave to him? What's the rules on that? The dude's on one wheel, like standing like a zombie. First of all, he's gonna get clocked. He's gonna meet Jesus, right? Maybe that, no, it wasn't Jesus. I guess they got one wheel things like that now. So anyhow, yeah, so I'd felt a call to the ministry. You know, I was at a summer camp, and you know, the speaker there was I don't even know what they talked about, but at any rate, at the end of the week, like, if any of you are just feeling a call to the ministry and, you know, brave enough to want to stand up, yeah, go ahead. There's no obligation, we just like to pray for you. And I stood up. I was like, yeah, I mean, I was really feeling like I want to live a life of service and ministry, and I believe in the Bible, and, you know, like I said, the Bible in its entirety, not these like weird people, televangelists and all that stuff, and people that are trying to get your money out of you. I mean, like, in its entirety. So but then my life went way off the rails. So anyhow, short story, very long. I say that a lot, don't I? Which makes my short story even longer, as does this commentary. But this serving as an interim youth leader, and then being asked to stay on as a resident, I really felt like my life is sort of like hitched back up. Like I lost it for a while, was trying to hang on to my life with desperation, and that didn't work. But all of a sudden, here I am. I decided not to pursue money, you know, or prestige or anything like that. And all of a sudden, this opportunity came up, and I really feel like I'm back to where I was as a teenager. And I've got this really unbelievable opportunity to hook back up to a life of service, and I'm really excited about it. So it's going to be a two-year deal, a 2-year residency, where I'm going to learn a lot. And by the end, you know, if I feel like it's the Lord's leading, I could, you know, lead a startup church, or I could, you know, lead a worship team or a youth group or anything like that. I'll be fully skilled and vetted to do that. And you know, if I feel like planting a church somewhere, if I feel like that's what I'm being called to do, I can do that, you know. So super cool, different, you know. That was just out of the blue. So before, if you asked me who did I identify with most in the Bible, I would have said Job, you know. And you know the story of Job. He was you know, had money. He was very successful, had a great ton of resources, and then you know, that old devil decided, I bet I can make him turn away from God. And God knew Job's heart. He's like, go for it. And so, you know, the devil just caused all kinds of havoc. You know the story. Job lost all of his herds. He lost all of his kids. He lost everything. Came crashing down on everybody. And he ended up with these horrible like sores all over his body, but he still didn't give up his faith. You know, he still prayed to God, even if he was pissed at him and didn't understand, like, show me, what did I do, you know? But he still maintained faith, and then in the end, you know, God rewarded him with, you know, leaps and bounds, just more than he ever had before. You know, more kids, more resources, more money, whatever. It worked out, you know, that he was blessed with more after this. But he maintained. But anyway, you know, that whole part of him losing everything that he thought, what's up, dude? He had his life centered around. That really resonated with me. You know, I had a great physical body. I was, you know, I got graduated with a college education, and I had gotten married, and my life was like sky's the limit. And then it all crashed down within a few years, and so I felt like Job. But now I feel like I identify a little bit more with Moses, you know, and not that I'm letting anybody, you know, freeing anybody or anything like that, but as far as the fact that his life had a trajectory. He, you know, murdered somebody. You know, he had pretty good intentions, well, not towards the person he murdered, but, you know, he was trying to stand up for his people, and then everybody was like, what'd you do? What did you do? And he had to run, and he fled, and he hid for like 40 years. And, you know, 40 years after that, God basically met him, you know, in the burning bush and said, you know, take your sandals off. The place you are is holy ground. Another term for sandals in the Hebrew is locks, like a lock and key. You know, so it was kind of God saying, listen, get those locks off your feet, stop your hiding, taking you back into service, you know. And at that point, you know, Moses went back into service. He was 80 years old, you know, and I'm 49, right? So like, you know, 80 years old wasn't too old to jump back into it, and so I can't really complain at 49, right? He's got some years on me there. So anyhow, that's my opportunity coming up, is that I got this ministry opportunity. What's up, Steve? And I'm very, very excited about it. It's going to start pretty soon. So, you know, if you want to know more about it, I guess you could DM me, something like that. Shoot me a message. I'd be happy to, you know, kind of let you know more about what I'll actually be doing. I'll actually be looking for some partners in this undertaking here, and so man, I don't know, somebody out there might be interested in partnering with me in some way. So it's pretty cool, and yeah, like I said, I don't know if the sky's the limit, but here we go. You know, it's a whole new world now, baby. And I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for listening to that spiel. I lost 57 subscribers in those few minutes, but those of you who stuck around, I appreciate it. And hey, let me know what you're doing. Are you doing a career? You got a career now that you did not expect, didn't plan on? And let me know in the comments below. Has your life changed in any surprising ways? I'd love to hear about it. In the meantime, that's the street I meant to come up, by the way. But in the meantime, yeah, I'll let you go. Thanks for thanks for sticking it out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.